Bonded warehouse transactions are an area of VAT determination that customers can often struggle with automating within their ERP system, specifically in SAP. My name's Owen Rogers, Director of Product Management at the Meridian Tax Technology team. I'm joined with my colleague Ryan Devaney, Senior Manager of our consulting team, and also Nazar Zaidi, a Director in the Tax Technology team. So Ryan, maybe would you mind giving us a bit of background about bonded warehouse flows and the complexity surrounding that?
Yeah, absolutely, Owen. So the bonded warehousing regime is a mechanism applicable to EU VAT and duties as well. And essentially, it allows the introduction of goods into the EU, avoiding the payment of any import VAT or customs duties because the goods are held in a suspensive regime known typically as bonded warehousing. The goods will be held in a specific area and they will be suspended from the payment of VAT and duties, essentially not being classed as entering free circulation within the EU. What it also means is that any supplies that are made whilst the goods are within the bonded warehouse would be outside the scope of VAT, so no VAT charge on any goods being traded. It's easy to export them without having to first pay import VAT and duties, which would typically be the case if not for the bonded warehouse regime. So obviously, a major benefit of using the regime is the cash flow benefit for businesses who might hold goods before deciding whether they need to be re-exported out of the EU or before they have, let's say, a specific use or customer in mind. I think typically when we look at the VAT challenges of bonded warehousing, there are multiple different challenges that we could look at, but I think something that a lot of clients will struggle with is that typically a bonded warehouse will often be a location within a wider warehouse. And so they will have a warehouse that has a section that's for bonded goods and a section for standard goods that are already in free circulation in the EU. And of course, they have different VAT treatments if they're then traded domestically, let's say in Belgium. Obviously, the bonded warehoused goods staying in bond will be outside the scope of VAT, whereas the regular goods will probably be with Belgian VAT. And it's that kind of complexity that businesses for sure would find challenging from a VAT perspective.
Okay, great. So how we can, in our ERP systems, understand which plants represent bonded warehouses or not, or even different sections of one plant?
Sure.
Maybe would it be possible to show us something in SAP that can help with that scenario?
Absolutely. So we're just going to have a quick look now at an example of a flow in Belgium. So we just have a Belgian customer here, and we are making a sale domestically to a Belgian customer. And initially what we're going to do is just sell standard rated goods to our Belgian customer, and we're going to deliver from a normal plant. So just our normal plant location in Belgium. And what we're going to see now, if we pop into the condition record, is we will see the VAT determination that we triggered on there. So let's just have a quick look here. And we can see we've got a tax departure country of Belgium. The customer tax classification of a 1 is taken from the master data, as is the material tax classification. And as a result, we've just charged 21% VAT. So that would be what we would expect for a normal plant for goods which are in free circulation. Now, some of our clients, what they would do is actually set up a specific plant in SAP. It could physically be the same location or the same warehouse, but they might have a separate plant also created to signify that we are now dealing with stock in a bonded warehouse. So in this example, we have a different plant, BEB1, and that signifies our bonded warehouse. And Meridian functionality has some quite detailed configuration, which allows us to look at SAP standard parameters, such as plant and other information, to trigger a completely different VAT treatment. So we're now going to pop back in to the same condition record. And here we'll see that we've now updated the customer tax classification. So rather than taking that from the master data, we've actually taken it from Meridian functionality, and that's there to signify that we're now selling goods via bonded warehouse, and as a result we see that there's 0% tax charge. Now that's just one example that we would see clients use. Some of our other clients wouldn't even set up a new plant. They might just have a storage location within that same plant, which is there to indicate that these are bonded flows. or otherwise they might be using some other SAP standard parameter, perhaps the order reason or item category or a different sales order type. But that's perhaps just a small snapshot of how we allow our clients to automatically determine the VAT treatment without relying on end users to manually change the VAT.
That's great. Thanks for that. And that flexibility around determining even under one plant what can indicate that part of that plant is a bonded warehouse, maybe the storage location, like you said, or others. That's a really, really useful solution for people. So that's it for today. Thank you both for your time. And if anybody would like any further information about this, please contact us through our website at meridianglobalservices.com. Thank you again, guys.